Hey guys, happy Tuesday. It is 6:30 on Tuesday here in the Midwest, 7:30 Eastern. We're not going to go into the rest of the time zones because that'll just confuse me. How is everybody doing? Welcome to Paranormal Among Us. Hi, Natalie. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I am hot. I am moist. It's warm here. It's warm here.
It's
and you
very
know what?
moist. It's super moist.
It is very moist, and there's a chance for more moisture coming in here just a little bit.
Yeah, there's a lot of moisture coming in here in a little bit.
I don't have one.
You've got it. Just go on Amazon. Go get yourself a moist shirt.
I'm just going to go stand outside and I'll just moisten up right then.
Okay.
So during the intro, I'm watching the comments come through, and by the way, thank you, Tex. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate you, Tex. I'm reading the comments come through, and Moon at Noon said hi to you, Natalie, and I just kind of looked at it at a glance. Let me get it back up here. I could have swore that was a Fruit of the Loom logo. I was like, "Why are you talking about underwear?" Oh, that's not okay. It's one of those days.
Yeah.
A weird day.
So I do have one quick thing to say before we get started. So I know Mickey isn't here and Julie isn't here. But Lil Patty and BJ, I know you guys are here. So I just want to let you know that I did stock up on my pink Post-its. I got 6 packets.
So anyway, on with the show.
Anywho.
Yeah. She got the Post-it notes. Yeah. Hey, you know what?
What?
It is less than 2 months away. Less than 2 months away.
Yes.
So, and you know what else is going to be cool?
What's that?
We're all of us are going to be there.
I know.
Yeah, and
I know.
Greg will be there too.
Moisture.
There's going to be a lot of. I bet he's going to talk about being moist.
Oh, I'm 100%.
Before we bring Greg out, I just want to make sure that, I talk about the conference here just for a second. There it is, September 19th and 20th. Make sure that you get your tickets soon. They are going fast. Go to Eventbrite under Blondes and Booze, and you will get your tickets there. And if any vendors are interested in being there, there's still vendor spots available. Make sure that you get those. You can get those at Eventbrite as well. And get on out there. There's going to be a lot of people there. It's going to be a fantastic event. So it's going to be fun. So make sure you're there. And we're going to bring up Mr. Greg Ogles here. We are going to hear this guy talk at the conference.
Hello.
How are you doing, sir?
I am just peachy.
Awesome.
And those peaches. Yeah, those peaches are real moist.
Mm-hmm.
They're just delicious and drippy.
Occasionally you'll get the not so ripe peach that is just hard as a rock to bite into, and it's like crunchy and stuff.
Yeah, I'll throw those away.
Yeah, I don't like those either. And I like the ones that you don't drip down and you have to change shirts afterwards.
That's the way a peach does.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to do anyway.
Yeah.
Those hard ones are from north. They're from up north somewhere. Canada,
you know what? Probably. You should start a peach farm, and it would be like Georgia peach. It'll be the moist peaches.
Yes, I would. Yeah, I would have the moist peaches around.
The moist peaches around.
I would have the moist peaches around.
I think
out of everybody.
The advertising, I mean, it's right there. I mean, there you go.
It's built in.
Yeah. You could do the Bigfoot stuff on the side, or the peaches on the side. Either one.
That's right.
Peaches and Bigfoot.
Yeah. There's all kinds of business opportunities just lurking around right there.
Moist Bigfoot peaches.
I can already envision the shirts
Except I can too, but the peaches would be located in an area that might be censored.
Me too. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. But it'll sell.
Hanging fruit.
Oh, definitely they would sell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Greg, thank you so much for taking your time. We're not here to talk about moist peaches. For another show. Thank you so much for taking your time to chat with us tonight on a Tuesday evening.
Well, thank you for having me. I spent most of the day at the hardware stores and looking for some materials to start on my studio backdrop.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, so I figured if I was going to do these podcasts and make films and whatnot, I better have a professional place to do it in. So
yeah. So are you going to build the whole new room, or are you going to just do like a background type thing?
I'm going to start with the background, but yes, the plans are to build a new building, and it'll house my studio there in the building.
Nice.
So yep. And I'm sort of outgrowing a room, so I need a new place to kind of sprawl out and spread the love a little bit.
Why are we laughing so hard at this? Hang on a second.
But yeah, those are the future plans.
Awesome. Pancho's getting ice cream. You think he'll bring some for everybody?
No, I don't.
Nice.
I think he should bring some for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to get to see you this weekend.
Yes, we will get to see each other this weekend at the Smoky Mountain Bigfoot Conference.
Yep.
They're in Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Lots of fun.
That will be fun. And I believe MK Ultra is going to be there too, so that will be kind of cool. Hey, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
So I mean, that'll be very cool. Are you just going to the conference, or are you going to be speaking there?
I will not be speaking there. I will have a booth. So if you are there, please come by and get a DVD. I'll have plenty of them for sale. And if you want something autographed, just come by and I'll have my little handy dandy special autographing pen that I got especially for autographs.
Ooh.
Cool. But
I'll be working there too, but I won't be at your booth.
Darn it.
I will be stopping by though.
Oh, yay.
I will
that sounds
not be it. I will not be. Yeah, that's.
Oh, yay. That's
yay.
Great.
So I feel kind of weird asking this question now.
Uh-oh.
But I had this question ready to go. And then, so what is the oddest thing that you've had to autograph for somebody? I had to change that.
Oddest thing that I've had to autograph was probably my picture.
No, never. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to say
it. No, I'm really, it's mostly just films that autograph. There has been no body parts or anything like that I've had to autograph yet.
This is dirty undies.
Ew.
No dirty
Freaky.
undies.
What's up, Rob?
Ew, freaky. That's nasty.
Well, leave it to Freaky to come up with that one.
Yeah, well, hence the name Freaky.
Yeah. Too many weird things are coming to my head.
Well, I'll bring it up.
Thank you.
BJ already asked about sprinkles, so I won't go there.
There wouldn't be no sprinkles at the conference.
No sprinkles.
Nope. There will be no sprinkles
at the Gatlinburg conference. I mean, there's going to be sprinkles in Richmond, right?
I hope not.
Maybe not. Who knows? You never can tell. It depends on if you go to Taco Bell or not.
That is true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll tell you about my day after the show if you want to hang around, because it kind of ties in with this.
Uh-oh.
Natalie knows. Yeah.
I
so.
do. It's gross.
I had a anyway.
Anywho.
So how is the new documentary coming that you're working on?
Well, it's coming along pretty good, but not too long ago, I suffered what I thought was a major catastrophe. I was probably 30% done, and the documentary was going so great. And I went out for a weekend, and then when I came back, everything was gone.
Oh,
Everything. The entire edit that I was working on was gone. When I went to the file, it said media offline. And, I thought I had just kind of misplaced or moved some files around or something like that. But there were some files that I know I had. I know that I had the files because I saw them, and I put them like on my desk on the desktop where I knew I could get to it easily because I knew where I wanted to use it and all that. And then when I come back, some of those files was gone. And in particular, the files that I wanted was gone. And I was perplexed because we've had situations where you go out and you think you've captured something, but when you come back, the file's corrupted. I was used to those kind of situations, but I've not really been used to capturing the files, knowing that I've had it, and then coming back and then it's gone. However, I was contacted by Merkle Media not too long ago, and they had the exact same problem happen. And we were working on a documentary there with them. It's called The Metal Project, and it'll be coming out real soon. They had some files that they had put into their documentary, and then it was gone, just vanished, just like what had happened to me. And they had asked me, had I ever encountered it? And I said, it's just so strange that you would say that, because I've just encountered that. So it's one of those things where I hope it was just some kind of weird anomaly that made the files go away. However, the folks at Merkle Media and I had a real long conversation about it, and we were talking about the double slit experiment and how photons can actually time travel. They can go back in time and change their wave pattern.
Yeah.
Depending on whether or not you're looking at them or not. And it's the double slit experience too. It's too long to go into, but we were sitting here thinking, could it possibly be something of this nature where we had caught something and something else knows that it was caught and is like, hey, wait a minute, let me go back in and just, take that out. So I mean, it was really weird that we had lost some of those files, but it ended up being a good thing in the long run, because it forced me to go in and start looking up shortcuts and actually being a better editor. And I believe I'll be able to finish the film much quicker than what I had anticipated. So
did you find them, or are they completely gone?
No, they're gone. They're still gone. I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to do something to. I'm going to have to do something else where those files were, and what it is I've got one angle, but the other angle that I had is gone, and it was some of my main angles that had the main audio and stuff like that. So I'm going to have to do something creative with those. Going to have to do something creative with that. So,
yeah. I had a similar instance when I used to videotape weddings and stuff back when we had VHS, and it was a father-daughter dance, and I remember I'm sitting there watching it, and all of a sudden I look up at the monitor, and I didn't have record on, and it was 3/4 of the way through the dance. I'm like, well, we're screwed. So
whoops.
But we made it work. We made it work.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But I mean, go ahead. Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I know that I had this. I know that I had the footage because I saw it and I knew exactly where I wanted to put it, and the angles and everything that I wanted to use, the cuts and all that. So it was just really weird, and I was very frustrated when I come back. I mean, the whole thing, I was 30% done, 30%, and I had to start from scratch. However, like I say, I learned some new tricks, and it's going to end up being a better film, in essence afterwards. So it's coming along well. So I'm still going to, even though I think I could finish early, I'm still going to kind of target January, February for release.
Yeah. I mean, if you finish early, that would be great, but it just gives you a little extra time to polish it, make sure that it's exactly what you wanted and stuff. So, but
and it's going well. It is. It's going well.
Awesome. And
it'll be exciting.
This is the one that she was helping with, correct?
Absolutely. This lady right here, she's a natural. She's great in front of the camera. And she did a lot of research that is going to really make the film pop. The film's a little bit darker than my other two. It's more unnerving and just unsettling in general. So it's going to be a little bit different, but it's going to be really, really good, really good.
Yeah, that was a lot. It was a lot of fun because I mean the research that I did. I mean, it took me hours and hours and hours to sit down and pick apart things. And of course, when you watch the film, you'll understand what we did. And, it was such a cool and amazing experience.
Yeah. A lot of people don't realize how much effort it goes into making a good documentary. It's not just the film and the sound and the music. To make the documentary good, you've got to have a lot of good facts behind you, and you've got to know your stuff and you have to be able to talk intelligently about the subject. And Natalie did such a fantastic job of that. It made my job as a filmmaker so much easier. And I think I think the audience will appreciate the amount of effort that's gone through in this film.
I think it helped that my background is project management, investigative work, and a lot of meticulous work around executives and the healthcare industry. It made me look at things so granular that I was drilling down and making sure that we didn't miss anything.
Right. And it shows. It shows.
It was it was so cool.
And, kind of talking about the process of filming it to the final cut of it. I love watching like the director's cut of some videos and seeing, I'm kind of talking about the Star Wars, the first Star Wars movie, when you hear the real Darth Vader's voice and you hear everything that's going on, not without the music and everything. And I just think that is so much cool how good research and music and everything and edits and stuff can bring everything together into just one fantastic. And you nailed it on the other ones. I can't wait to see this on the third one here.
Yeah, putting together a good film is an art, and not only do you have to have a visual, not only do you have to put on a visual tapestry, you have to put on a mosaic of music to it's not just music. Sometimes there's sound effects in there too that you put in. What I call sound effects is maybe a riser at certain points, or there's just subtle little things that you have to do that most of the audience they won't notice. All they'll notice is that, oh my God, I'm on the edge of my seat, or what's going to happen next. But that goes back into knowing what kind of music goes where. You have to be a really good artist to be able to tell a story like that. So it's much more than just knowing how to edit. Knowing how to edit is one thing, but being good at it, you have to know music, and you have to also be an artist as well.
Do you make your own music for it?
Oh no, we did some in the first one. We made a good bit in the first one, and the second one, no, it did not. We went to. I had bought a subscription with a music company, and we used a lot of music from there. I had gotten some unique music for this one that I'm using, and it's quite unique. You could tell from the teaser that I put out that it's a little bit. It's very different than what I've used before.
Okay.
So so we used to make our own music, but that stuff just takes way too much time.
Oh yeah,
way too much time.
Yeah. And is it really worth it in the long run to do that? I mean, granted, you get exactly what you're looking for, but you're right. It takes a long time to do it. And if you're just starting out doing your own music, then it might be better just getting the subscription and stuff.
Right. And I would have to use my son, who I would have to pay. He didn't work for free anymore. I'm like, he didn't give me the dad discount,
Oh, come on. Come on.
Like, thanks, son. Come on.
Let me talk to him. I'll talk to him.
Yeah. You need to.
So
tell him to give him the good old dad discount.
Where can people find the teaser? On your Patreon page?
Yeah, I think I loaded up to my Facebook page, my Patreon page, and the YouTube page as well.
Okay. Pam, if you could throw that link up there, I'd appreciate it. I know you did before. I look and I can't find it. I was going to pop that up on the screen, but so one question I had that you were saying that it's much darker than the other one. What can you say? What makes it a little bit darker? Someone get eaten?
No, not quite, but it's about missing people who have gone and they've not been found.
Oh, okay.
So it's more solemn than the first two, even though the first two had these scary encounters, and that in itself is a bit unnerving. It's just the nature of this film, because you're dealing with with a true unknown here, because there's so many possibilities that there's so many possibilities that you could come across when you're dealing with missing people, that you deal anything from they just vanished into a cave and hurt themselves and couldn't make their way out, to foul play, to some cryptid or something being involved. So you have all these possibilities, and I wanted to treat the film with some reverence and some being a bit solemn. And unfortunately, we only had to narrow down to two subjects, And I didn't want to discount the importance of anybody else who's gone missing too. So there's some reverence into them to those people as well. But for the sake of a film, you can't do every individual. You just have to kind of pick some. You have to kind of pick some. So, but because it's just really because of the nature of the film. This is not really a cryptid film; it's a missing people's film.
Okay,
so
I'm trying to load up your teaser.
I just sent him a link to the teaser.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fortunately, that's here it is. Hang on a second. I got it right.
It's really phenomenal. The teaser is just the music and everybody I've ever shown it to. They're like, that is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'll have a true trailer coming out probably the later part of August.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That'll be fun.
All right. Here it is. Let me know if you guys can hear this as we're going. So hang on a sec, because I got it in my headphones from my other monitor. Got to hit play.
No sound.
No sound. Well, that's probably an important part to have.
Yeah.
It is.
Sound.
Let's see here. Well, let's just take that off. Well, shoot.
Wah, wah,
wah.
Okay, well, and the sound is the most important thing. I mean, you could see it and everything, but the sound is what.
The sound is.
Without the sound, without the sound, it doesn't have the. Like I said, you could watch Star Wars without the sound, and you're like, you would get up and leave.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, this stinks.
Unless it's the Return of the Jedi when Princess Leia's in the bikini, then I think some of the male audience would stick around for a little bit to watch that.
For a little while.
But anyway.
Anywho.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch. Greg, so you've had two pretty darn successful documentaries out there. What motivates you to pick a subject for the next one? And then the next one, and the next one.
Well, to be honest with you, the after the first film, I thought it was through because it was time consuming, frustrating. I didn't know what I was doing. There were so many factors that went into me wanting to stop after the first film. However, there was something that still kept nagging at me. When we actually started getting out and doing the research, we started seeing things and experiencing things that was much more than just Bigfoot. And some of it, I mean, quite frankly, was so outlandish, I really didn't think other people would believe it. I mean, even with the video footage, I didn't think they would believe it because it was so outlandish. Like the orbs that we saw, the like missing time. We don't have video of that, but we experienced it. Things like disembodied voices, which we do have. I guess it's not video; it's audio of. It's just there was a whole lot of things that we experienced that was much more than just Bigfoot, and we didn't we didn't put that in the first film except for the orb. Because we didn't get, quite frankly, we thought we didn't get Bigfoot on film. So my whole intent was to go out and film the orb and at least have something to show people. Well, lo and behold, we caught the crawler, when we were filming the orb, this crawling thing. Mm-hmm. And, that really rejuvenated me. But what really rejuvenated me the most is wanting to find out what some of this other stuff is. I wanted to delve more into the orbs and into the missing time and to just the other weird phenomena that happens when you're actually out researching some of this stuff. So that's what brought me into the second film. I went out and I started researching other people who was experiencing some of the same things. That's when I came across Trey Hudson and his metal project. And originally our film was going to be titled The Metal Project. And the whole film was going to be centered just around the metal project. However, when I started talking with Trey, he was in talks with other producers about a film and whatnot. So I didn't want to step on anybody else's toes in regards to, beating them to the punch or anything like that. Right. So I scaled back that part of the film. And I was lucky enough to come across some information about the LBL, the Land Between the Lakes, and was fortunate enough to be able to get in contact with Martin Groves and Barton Nunley and all of the other people that are in the film. Mm-hmm. And that turned out to be just absolute gold. It was absolute money when we went there, and was able to experience orbs and EVPs and that fabulous Bigfoot encounter that we had. Right. So that's what spurred on the second film, or is just the curiosity and wanting to know more. I fell in love with filmmaking after that. That encounter last March. March was a year ago now. It was one of those things that just it grabs a hold of you, and you get so excited, and you just want to know more. Mm-hmm. So ever since then, I've been wide open about wanting to do, continue filming. I absolutely love this stuff now. Mm-hmm. Absolutely love it. Now it is frustrating because you run into some weird crap.
Oh yeah,
really, you do. Oh yeah, weird crap when you're out there.
Not talking about me, Paul.
No, it's much weirder than her. I know her; she's weird, but it's much weirder than her.
Is that possible?
Yeah. When you get out there, you'll understand. It's much weirder than her. Especially when you start hearing people call out, like in your voice, like, "Hey, Janice," but it's in my voice.
Remember that story? Yeah.
Yeah. That stuff's weird. You're like, what the hell? Pick on somebody else's voice. Mine. That kind of stuff's just weird. You run into all kinds of weird stuff when you're out there. So I don't know. It's really exciting. I really love it. I really do.
That brings up kind of an interesting question when it's mimicking voices and stuff. Why do you think it picked your voice or whoever's voice it was calling Janice?
I don't know.
I mean, that's a question no one will ever know, but
yeah. I other than where I have a habit of saying, "Hey, blah blah blah," "Hey Janice," "Hey Paul," whatever when I address somebody, "Hey Natalie," that's sort of a pattern that I have, and I have heard Bigfoot vocalize "Hey" on more than one occasion, right. So I think that's easy for them. However, when it comes into mimicking my voice, I'm not sure how or why they would do that. Or maybe it's just for familiarity. If they're addressing somebody else other than me, maybe they're trying to lure somebody else out into the woods, with my voice. Yeah. So, it's just, who knows what they do and why they do it.
Exactly. So we have a couple questions here real quick. So Standing Stones ask, where does Greg live and do his stuff, and where did this take place? I know the second one, Cryptic Expeditions, was at the Land Between the Lakes. Refresh us where the Downy Booger.
The Downy Booger started out in Bankhead National Forest in Alabama, and we progressed over to West Central Georgia, near the I forget the name of the national forest there, but there's a national forest there. It's right on the Chattahoochee. But we progressed right over to there, and both of those places are. Well, one is spooky. Bankhead National Forest is just spooky. When you go into that place, even in the daytime, not to mention nighttime, the Bankhead is just, you feel alone, but at the same time, you feel watched in there, and it's just spooky. Maybe it's because it's so it's so isolated. You're just out by yourself, and there's nobody around for miles. Maybe that kind of plays into it, but there's been a lot of like really frightening encounters in Bankhead National Forest. And the place where we did a lot of our filming in there, it's right dead in the center of the national forest. So you're miles away from anything. So it's a weird place. It's very spooky. Now, when we went over to West Georgia, during the day, you wouldn't think there's anything there at all. It's real peaceful, people playing around and yada yada, and you hear kids playing off in the background, and it's not too far from civilization. However, when the sun goes down and things kind of get still, then all of a sudden you hear knocks on woods and trees get pushed down, and you see orbs, and just all kinds of weird stuff goes on. Now, when we were making the Downy Booger, we went up to the top of a hill up there. We were actually searching for some really tall trees, some of the tallest trees in there. And when we got up to the top of the hill there, none of our equipment would work. Our cameras wouldn't work. The compass I had on my walking stick wouldn't work. I mean, it would just sit and just spin. And then when we descended from the hill, everything like booted back up and started working. And we ran into those people riding the horses there, and those horses just went berserk. Or at least one of them did. One of them just didn't want to proceed down the trail, or it really wanted to throw the rider. So that really brought me back to that legend of the Downy Booger. So if you're asking me for exact places, I'm not going to tell you exact places because that's unethical. Right. I really wouldn't do that, particularly when somebody else brought us into that location.
Right. I think he just wanted your state and where.
General area where this was. Just generally speaking, Alabama and Georgia and Tennessee is where I've done most of my work.
And then your exact address too. I think they wanted that.
Yeah, it's
1500 Moist Avenue.
That's right. And the zip code is BR549.
So Philip Smith watched the first one, loved it. I'm assuming he's talking about your film.
The Downy Booger,
yeah. Make sure you check the second one out. That one is even better than the first one.
Yeah, the second one's a lot years better than the first one. It really is. The first one we didn't know what we were doing. The second one we did. Yeah. So,
and then the third one you had Natalie helping you. So
that's right. And it gets weird.
It does. I'm not going to even lie about it. It was very dark and a lot of weird stuff happened.
Yeah. And there may or may not be some twerking in it. You never can tell.
You never know. There could be twerking. There could be
twerking in the forest.
You don't know.
Was it one of you two, or Bigfoot twerking, or who was twerking?
But you can't. No. I'll have to keep it on the down low. So there may or may not be twerking in it.
Yeah, there may or may not be twerking, or even in the outtakes or other things.
You can never tell. You can never, ever tell.
Oh, good times.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. It's good times. Yes.
Yeah.
So, I love your shirt, Natalie.
Well, you know what? I just want to say thank you.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
I have a matching shirt.
Yes, we are the moist The Moist Relic crew.
That's right.
Yes.
I don't have.
Paul, you got to get one.
I don't
Yeah.
have one.
Amazon,
okay.
dude.
Amazon. Okay. I'm gonna do that while we're on the show. I'm
Okay.
gonna buy a Moist.
Everybody's got to get them a Moist shirt.
Get yourself a Moist shirt. Wear it with pride. We'll have a Moist t-shirt contest.
Hang on, let me read my credit card number out loud here so I can.
What's that CBD?
Oh, Mojo. I know what you're looking at.
So, go ahead.
I told you it gets weird when she's around.
I'm telling you.
Oh.
Very interesting.
When Greg's around,
hot.
I laugh harder than I've ever laughed. We had the most fun that week that we were filming.
Well, you know, if you're not having a good time, you're doing it wrong.
That is absolutely right.
You know, yeah. If you're being sold up and just we got to get this done, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You know, if you're not laughing and not having a good time, it really doesn't matter what you do. If you're just going out camping, laugh and have a good time.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
You know that, and that's if somebody wanted to go out bigfooting, you know, the best advice I would give them is to go camping, laugh, and have a good time. Yeah. And if they're going to be around, they'll come to you.
That's right. You can lure them.
Yeah. So, and next time we're going to use Paul as bait. Next time we go.
Yes. Yep.
We're going to hang a pork chop around his neck.
Yeah, a nice pork chop and, you know, some bells. Yeah. Some lights.
What
lights?
I missed something here. What I heard Paul and bait and
yes, that's right. Exactly.
Okay.
And that's all you have to know.
We talking about fishing
Just show up.
Okay.
Just show up.
Okay. So I found this.
Have a good time.
Yay.
There we go. All right. So everybody, no, I would say everybody in chat gets one, but I can't.
Well, I think somebody had asked if you're going to be selling Moist shirts at the conference, Greg.
Yes, I will sell Moist shirts at the conference.
I
will have them for sale.
I think that you should come up with your own line of Moist shirts.
Little Patty.
Yeah, maybe so, Mr. Moist.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, you know, that sounds like a clothing line to me.
Mr. Moist.
Yeah. It's a brand that I would buy.
You know, I mean, you can have like relic films on the back with a QR code, direct link to the website with all the films.
That's right.
And Moist on the front, because people are going to say, what?
Or a QR code, and when they scan it, it just has a, you know, somebody shooting them the bird.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Poor JoJo comes in.
JoJo's like, what did I just walk into?
Yeah. What the hell?
I don't even know. Why am I here?
In her Australian accent.
Well, so Standing Stones, I came to the campfire late. Moist is the name of a film. No, it's not the name of a film. It all kind of started with you sending that word to Krista.
That's right.
Just being silly.
Which
is so unlike you to be silly.
Oh yes, me never.
Oh,
see,
no.
Krista,
Never.
she made a fatal mistake one day while in my company. She told me something that she hated.
Yep.
You never do that, folks.
Moist.
Ever. He will use it.
And
yes,
I learned from that. So thank you very much, Krista, if you're still watching. I learned from that. I will never say anything that I dislike around Greg.
Just like that one right there, she made a mistake.
I did make a mistake. I made a horrible mistake.
Like calling him back, or what was?
No, because he said something. So we had a break in filming, a short break where we were going to sit down and eat. And Greg, what did you say?
Oh, get in there and wash the dishes
Yeah.
or
Why
something
don't
else.
you make
Something
me a
to that
sandwich
effect.
too?
Yeah, make me a sandwich.
Make me a
Yeah, make me a
sandwich.
sandwich.
Oh, I was like, oh, hell no. And then he knew right then. He's like, I got you. Now, periodically, randomly, I will get a text message with a meme. Make me a sandwich. It'll be all times of the day. It'll be just random.
And they are just random. Any weird times of the day, you know. Just
So-
this completely misogynistic memes and stuff.
So to all you people in chat, if you're
And then
planning
there
on
was a
going
picture.
to the Gatlinburg, the Gatlinburg conference, or the Richmond conference, or any conference that Greg's at, be very quiet around him. Be very careful and quiet around him. I'm sorry, Nat.
Yeah. So there was a time one evening, it was my turn to do the dishes. And so Janice and I were doing dishes, and then one of y'all took a picture.
Yes.
And it got posted all over social media, and then all the stuff.
Amy's in the house. Making her
what a good
presence
woman
known.
should be doing.
Oh
Okay.
God, good times.
So, yeah, good times. And that's the story of how Moist was created.
Standing Stones, are you happy you asked now? But you gotta laugh. It's it's just
You do.
fun. Yeah,
You do, and it's all in good fun.
Yeah, can't take life too
know.
seriously.
No,
Oh, gosh,
never.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what to do. You see, in my line of work, where like my daytime work, I have to be so serious all the time and politically correct, and not really politically correct, just diplomatic. Because I work with the public, and I work in government, so you have to be diplomatic all the time. And by the time I get home, I'm ready to explode. Like, a lot of times I'm sitting here thinking in my head, you really did that? Is that really you thought that was a good idea? And that's what I want to say, but no. I'm like,
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah. Working in customer service, you can't really do that either.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So whenever you're dealing with the public, you can't eat them. So, what do you do?
Don't eat them.
Yeah, you can't eat them. No.
Don't eat the public, folks.
Right.
Don't eat the public.
If that falls into the bad things category, you don't want to do that. So you get a bad reputation by doing that.
Yeah. And you may go to jail. You may make some brand
possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly. Depending on which country you're in. You might get elevated to chiefdom.
You might be.
Tribal chief in some places.
And then put a big plate in your lip.
Yeah.
For the last 10 minutes, I've been thinking in my head, how do I get back on track with this?
You're not.
I think we just went off the rail a long time ago. And
it's her fault. It's her fault. But I'll get back on track.
I don't know. This is good. I mean, it's hilarious.
Imagine a week of this. A whole week.
Yeah, it's a whole week.
An entire week.
The whole time.
And then
except
next time,
when we're serious. When I'm filming, I do try to be serious.
The only time that you're serious is when you call action, and then that's it. It's
yeah. When we're filming, I'm very serious. However, there was one time, and I don't normally do this.
Yep.
But we were okay. Let me set the stage. There's a storm coming. It's at night. There's a storm coming. The trees are, things are knocking. We're hearing these metallic sounds and all this weird stuff. And then Natalie sees something in her thermal. she sees something and can't quite make it out what it is. And, it's starting to become a little tense moment. And I kind of ease up behind her and I go, it jumps. It jumps. It's
dead dark. All this activity's happening. I'm like, this is awesome. I'm trying to catch everything. I'm like, oh my God. And Mr. Moist, here he comes like a stealth bomber. You don't know he's coming up behind you. He is being as quiet as possible. Or another time in the dead of night, we're doing another night investigation. And he comes sneaking up behind me, and I'm trying to search, and I'm trying to look and seeing what we can see. He comes up behind me, pulls my hair. I'm like, yeah.
Oh my God.
So you can understand, I mean, how much fun we had.
Yeah.
I hadn't laughed that hard in decades.
So
my
not
cheeks
only
hurt, my stomach hurt.
So not only are you watching out for anything that's in the woods, you got to watch out for this guy down here.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm like, what are you doing? Why? Now I was getting paranoid. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you looking at?
In my defense, those situations were like irresistible. Nobody could resist it. Nobody. Irresistible. However,
Mickey!
now, but if I would think,
put those away.
If the situation were actually dangerous, I would not do that.
Right.
The only time I will do that is if, I've had a lot of experience going out in the woods, and I know when to actually really, really be concerned.
Uh-huh.
And none of those two situations, I was really concerned, even though we was having some activity. We actually were. Yeah. But I never was really concerned about, something coming out and getting us.
Yeah.
But
no, but it was really good.
Some of the more less experienced people, they didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
So
right.
Now I gotta watch out for you.
Yeah.
So
that's who I gotta watch out for.
So if I were to go on an expedition with you, make sure I have an empty bladder, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That would be cool.
100%.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes you might even need an empty colon.
Mm-hmm. Eyes on the back of your head too. Thank you, Mickey. Oh my God.
But there's lots of things on the horizon too. We've got the Vanish that's going to be coming out in January, February. So, and even during the making or the releasing of the Vanished, we're going to be starting another film. It's Return to the LBL, Making Contact. So that is the theme of that third or the fourth film, Making Contact.
Interesting.
I'm excited.
And I've already got a whole bunch of things up my sleeve for what we're going to be doing in this film. And it's going to be really exciting. Really exciting.
As each film comes and goes, you are learning so much more, and it's only getting better as you go along.
It's getting better and a whole lot more fun because as I become more and more experienced, I know exactly what I want to do and when I get there, and exactly how to do it, and the way that I want to get it. A lot of times when you want to do say interviews, for example, if you want the best cinematic look in an interview, you want to do it in what's called the golden hours. And that's the early morning when the sun's way out on the horizon, or late in the evening when the sun's way out on the horizon. So I'll have all this stuff planned out and way in advance. And I know exactly who's going to be there, when they're going to be there, what they're going to be doing, where they're going to be going, and what outcome we want to look for. We may not get the outcome that we want, but the outcome's the outcome, So that's why nothing is ever really guaranteed in our films, because everything we do is real. I don't stage anything. Nothing. Yeah, I don't have to. I don't have the budget for it. If I did,
and that's so unethical too. I mean,
it is. It's very unethical, and really the only thing that you really have in this field is your integrity. And I try to keep my integrity intact with this. I absolutely refuse to fake anything, and refuse to be a part of anything where people would fake things. I had reservations about working with a different film group, but afterwards, after I had worked with Merkle Media's group, I was extremely confident in what they did. I was extremely impressed with their group. So it made me feel very good about working with them and being a part of their film.
So you kind of touched on something that a while back about the LBL being really calm in a different place during the day. And I've heard that from other people as well. Have you ever talked to common people who really have no idea that they're, Bigfoot or dogmen kind of lurk around in there, and kind of tell them, hey, this is a big different place at night?
Oh, absolutely. While we were there last time, it was in a campground, and there was the campground was moderately full, so we'd walk around, and I just make general conversation with people, and I thought about doing a bit on this. And I really wish I would have, but I didn't. And it may be something I want to do again in the future. Is I would go and I would start talking to them and say, hey, have you ever been here before? And have you ever experienced anything weird or heard any weird things around here? And a lot of them would say no, and it was just a really pretty place, and they didn't really go out or venture out at night. But some of the ones that would go out and adventure out at night, and there was actually some kids who had reported seeing a dog man like in camp there, the camp where we were at. So yeah, we have, but it's been like mixed results, and when people find out that place is really known for the paranormal in general, they're really surprised, because it's really a very serene, beautiful, it's an august place to visit. It's really large, and just, you really wouldn't think that there would be something like that there. Because of how beautiful it is. But ironically, I think because of the things that happen there, particularly with the land, land was, like taken away from the Indians, and during the Revolutionary War, it was given to some of the soldiers that in payment for their part in the Revolutionary War, and it stayed in their families until the government wanted it back, and they took it from them to build in the name of progress, to build dams and stuff. So they went and built some dams, and but the people that didn't want to leave, some horrible things happened to those people, right. And I think it's left a stain on that area, and I think it bleeds through sometimes.
Yeah, that's interesting. When we were coming back, when Chris and I were coming back from Townsend, we were going to stop by the LBL, but I think we were both too tired and just wanted to get home. And I just remember driving by there and kind of looking in the woods. Like it seems, like you said, it seems so peaceful right now. And I'm just kind of, what's really in there? What's going on in there? I mean, that's, and then I'm driving through the highway and you see all these wooded areas, and like, what's really in these woods? Just random places off the highway.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And When I was there, you would think that, is this place actually, even though the Land Between the Lakes is big, but is it big enough to support, what's going on in there? And all you have to do is drive through there at night, and you would see that there's so much wildlife in there, it's unreal. Absolutely unreal. There was one night I stopped counting at 100 deer. Just stopped counting. Yeah, there was so many.
So there's plenty of food sources for them. There's plenty of water for them. So just a perfect environment for them to thrive in. And as I'm spitting water all over the place,
that's really
my desk is moist.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice moist desk.
I'm glad you're getting into it, Paul. You're getting the hang of it.
It's about time.
You don't have a shirt. You're
getting
not.
I could pour my water over me, but
that would make you moist.
Yeah,
I'm not going to. I'll just spit on myself.
There you go. But I love the do-rag, man.
Thank you.
I got to get me one.
The way I have my hair, it's my forehead's too big. Yeah. And it's shiny on here, so I needed to kind of diffuse.
Talk about shiny foreheads. Golly,
yours isn't shiny.
My forehead.
No, a little bit.
Man,
plus, I like the way it looked on BMR, so I'm, not stealing it. I'm borrowing it, and although I do have pirate ones. Anyway, Standing Stone said he never saw a Bigfoot, but I think I saw a cryptid, maybe a dog man on a way to work at dawn. I'm not sure where this was. 2 years ago, it flashed across the road, pure black, bipedal. Then I saw it again in the woods, but only the bottom half. So, you never know where you're going to find these things. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
Adam Davies was extremely surprised about the encounter that we had there, because you can literally drive, 20 minutes and get a burger. He expected for, one of his experiences to come somewhere exotic, like over in the Congo or wherever, where he was hunting warlords, but he was extremely, surprised by the encounter that we had. And not only that, he experienced orbs for the first time in there.
Really?
And, he had never seen an orb before. And then when we went in there, you could see them. They were so bright and vibrant and long lasting. Unfortunately, it was 25 degrees out, and we couldn't stay very, very long. But I mean, they're quite beautiful to watch. But getting back to, he was extremely surprised about the Land Between the Lakes. And, that's, I was too, I really was, because you go in there and you think, hey, okay, it's just a park, but it's a park with attitude.
And we're going to be rustic camping, aren't we?
Yeah, yeah. When we go, we'll be rustic camping for sure.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a little bit of news about when we film. We may have to push it back some. I was contacted by some of the rangers there, and they said that during our initial time, there's going to be hunts and things going on. Ooh. And there's thousands and thousands of people supposed to be in there hunting. So he said it would be dangerous for us.
Yeah, you don't really want to get caught in the crossfire of anybody.
No, you don't. You don't. Yeah. You really don't. And that place is dangerous enough. I don't want to be in there with a bunch of yahoos who, you don't know if they really know how to use their weapon or not. So, and you definitely don't want to be mistaken for a wild animal.
Yeah.
Right.
So, when we go in, I don't necessarily want to wear bright orange, and it doesn't look good on film.
Yeah.
No.
No.
So we'll may have to push it back to when they're not going to be there.
Deer season's over with.
Past deer season.
I know deer season here runs into December, I believe.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's nationwide, how that goes. I've never gone hunting before. But
Well, here it lasts till sometime in February, but I don't know what it is there. I think it's up until right at Thanksgiving or something.
yeah.
So,
That would be interesting to talk to some hunters who are out deer hunting and stuff, and see if what they hear and or see outside of deer running around. Have you talked to any deer hunters?
not any hunters. I haven't. I've only been there twice, and both times I was there, I was filming, and I was extremely busy. When I go filming, I try to be respectful of everybody else's time and not drag things out too long. So when we're there, I try to condense things and have a very very intensive filming schedule. So when I was there both times, the filming was intensive for me. So there wasn't a lot of time to go and explore, so to speak, and just talk to random people or whatever. Even though I did the first time on the first day, just to kind of get the feel of the place. But really, after you get into the filming schedule, there's not a lot of time.
What was I gonna say?
Filming.
Moist.
I don't know.
It's very moist.
Sausage.
Sausages.
Sausage and moist.
Yeah. Sausage.
Moist sausages.
Sausage.
That's a different show.
That's
a show that airs.
Have a little bit of
That's
a
BMR show.
Yeah.
Or Donny Cho's.
After Donny Cho's kind of show.
Yeah, that's Donny Cho's show.
Moist. Yeah.
Pink sticky note time.
Oh, no. What is it with the pink sticky notes?
Is that
a rabbit hole I don't want to go down?
Yeah.
That's like sprinkles.
Okay. That's like, you'll find out in Richmond.
Oh.
Yeah. So speaking of Richmond, what is your topic going to be that you're going to be talking about?
Well, of course, they have to have a Bigfoot person. So I'm going to do a lot of Bigfoot. But what I really want to do is talk about some of my theories about Bigfoot and explore some of the wilder, more out there theories. Other than, it's just a big giant wood ape. We just go out and look for it, and there it is. No, I want to do something more than that, and because I personally have seen some weird things when it comes to Bigfoot. Like for example, they are unnaturally fast. I mean, faster than a deer, faster than a bear. I mean, they are unnaturally fast. It's just they seem to have these abilities that we don't. And I'm going to kind of go down that rabbit hole when we're in Richmond and start talking about some of that stuff, because I've got a fascinating theory on orbs and portals and Bigfoot. So I'm going to delve into that.
Okay. Mickey just said that you're going to get a pink do-rag, just saying. And someone mentioned, I think Lil Patty mentioned that I'm getting one too, apparently. So.
And I'm assigned to that task.
I didn't see that.
If I'll wear a pink shirt, I'll wear a pink do-rag.
Okay.
And I'll say moist.
You can probably get custom made do-rags.
I probably can.
Moist over the front.
Moist over the
yeah.
Right through here. Or I could get like one of those. It's almost like a beanie, but it kind of goes all the way down, like all the way around like that. One of those hats, and just have moist all the way around the band.
You know how
that's a good idea.
You know how football players on the back of their helmet they have like and I'm not making fun of this. It says stand together or one love or whatever it is. I can just see if you were a football player, you'd have moist on the back.
Yeah. Be moist.
Helmet. Yeah.
Be moist.
Be moist.
Be moister.
That's right. Be moist.
Yeah.
I
remember what I was going to ask. See, it takes me a while to catch up,
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job, Paul.
Better ask it before I forget it again. Let me get this off the screen. So, any. I mean, you talk about locations in like LBL, Georgia, around in that area. I gotta get it out if it's gonna kill
Get
me.
it out, Paul.
Anyway, any other places that you would like to go? Maybe up in the Great Northwest. Yeah,
Yep.
Northwest or Northeast,
Yep.
anywhere.
Not the
Alleghenies are hot.
Northeast. Yeah, I'd have to take a bath going up to the Northeast. Going up to the Northwest. There's one place that I really, really want to go. Oregon. I've been to Oregon, I've been to Washington, but I've never been able to research over there or film. Obviously, it's been a decade since I've been up there, or more. So there's a story that Adam Davies told, and it's about him seeing a portal. And when I was at the LBL, I also saw a portal. And I'm telling you, when I saw the portal at the LBL, it was more paradigm shifting than when I saw the Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
I was somewhat prepared to see the Bigfoot, even though I was real shocked when I saw it. It's like, it was just like right there. But the portal, I was not expecting to see. And, being able to see through a window to somewhere else was just life altering. Adam Davies also had an experience like that he saw into another world, and there were other beings that came through that portal. My goal is to go and film those portals and to fly a drone through the portal to see if I can capture another world.
So I've heard theories that if we as humans, and I use that term loosely with some people, go through these portals, that they don't ever come back. Do you think that could possibly happen with a drone, or do you think that's
it could? Oh, it could be. However, it's still. I'm going to work on the Stargate theory. I'm hoping that at least the radio signal will come back. And I can still record what the drone sees. That's what I'm hoping. Because Stargate, they got their information from somewhere.
Yeah.
Especially since there was a Project Stargate, and just there seems to be some coinkydinks in there. So anyway, what I'm going to do is try to see inside another world, to go to another world, and maybe have some of the first footage from somewhere that's way off, other than Mars, or Venus.
Loosely translated to boldly go where no one else has gone before.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
That would.
You gave me an idea, Paul. I'm going to name.
I am not going to do that. I am not going to be the test dummy to go through a portal.
No. I'm going to name the drone the Enterprise.
Okay,
that's awesome.
going to be the drone's name, the Enterprise.
Yeah, that would.
Boldly going where nobody has gone before.
What would be even cooler is if you designed it to look like the Enterprise.
Ooh. Now, wouldn't that be? Yeah, I'm going to have to check that out to see if they have anything like.
You know what you could do? Oh my God. I'm sure they have it as a Lego form with the Starship Enterprise, but I know they have Legos of the Millennium Falcon. What if you create a drone that looks like the Falcon?
Ooh, now that's an interesting.
Yeah.
I would have to probably strap a Roman candle or something to the bottom of it and shoot some torpedoes out as it went in there.
Push the other side out.
Create an interstellar war.
Oh God. That's what we need.
Yeah.
So what happened was, Greg
Really, it was an experiment. I didn't
That's
mean
right.
anything by it.
My bad.
See some kind of hopping alien or something, get right behind him, starts popping his butt with the Roman candles. Pew, pew, pew.
Oh, I gotta write that time down.
Greetings from Earth.
So usually, okay, so yeah, so when after I do a show, I usually go back and I do make shorts out of it. I had to write down the time when you said pew pew pew. That's gotta be in a
Oh God.
I just peed my
Hey,
pants.
leave it up to me.
Um,
I think outside that box for sure.
Well, yeah, you sure do. Nobody better question that.
This.
Here, hold my beer.
Hey, y'all watch this.
You are the definition of here, hold my beer.
Yeah.
Fly a drone through your dumb portal.
He opened up portal, I find a drone through it.
Oh my God.
You're all buzzy.
Tonight's show was brought to you by Moist. Oh God.
Oh my.
So,
that feeling that reaches you every morning.
I had a question, but I don't know what the
It's
point
gone
is
now.
now.
Just let it go.
I actually wrote it down this time.
So you were asking if I had any aspirations of going out to the Great Northwest. The answer is yes.
Yeah. It took a few minutes.
It's-
Lots of laughter.
Lots of laughs.
Talking about the Millennium Falcon and Starship Enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
So can't do this with
Gene Roddenberry's turning in his grave, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm
Or
absolutely
sitting in space or wherever he's at. Or laughing, one or the other.
Yeah. Look what I created.
Mm-hmm.
I had lemonade to drink for dinner, and it's pushing its way out.
Oh my God.
Imagine a week of this, Paul.
Do you need to
That's what we had to subject Natalie to, was a week of this torment.
Oh,
sorry,
my
Patty.
God. It's the birth of Sprinkles.
Damn it, I had a serious question I wanted to ask. Get out the door now.
A serious question.
Snorting
Snorting and stuff.
You're right, Mickey. Richmond, Missouri is not going to be the same after September with us.
No.
No.
Richmond's going to want to take a bath afterwards. Yeah.
And a round of antibiotics.
We're going to have to go back with power wash. Oh my God. I guarantee you right now, I share a wall with my son. He's thinking, what the hell is going on in there?
The hell?
Oh, Lord.
What the hell's going on in there, Bobby?
That's exactly how we
Propane.
Propane and propane accessories.
Ah.
Oh, God.
So what was that question, Paul?
Yeah, what was that question?
Forget it.
Does it even matter?
Doesn't matter.
Why no, Paul? I have never had cholera before.
Oh.
What an interesting question.
Okay. So
Oh, God. So can you just imagine a week of this? A whole week of this?
And it never stopped.
I can
understand.
Yeah. You remind me, I'm not drinking lemonade or a lot of water in Richmond.
Oh my God. You sure about that?
Yep.
Don't drink milk either.
Oh. So, okay.
Yeah.
When
Back to serious.
Zen. So when you saw this portal, what did it look like? I can't remember if you answered that because so much.
Oh yeah, it was rectangular, kind of much like an SD card. It had 90-degree corners on it. It was 2-dimensional. So if you approached it from the side, you wouldn't be able to see it. You would just be able to see the light that come out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably 3 foot tall in length and maybe 2 foot wide. So definitely it was rectangular. But I don't remember seeing any kind of fuzzies or anything around the edge. It was just real clean. Just, I mean, like our windows here. It was very clean.
Very clear to see through it.
Very clear. Yeah, very clear. You could, I mean, there was no mistake. You look into it and it was a very lush vegetative wherever. I honestly don't know where it was. It could have been on the other side of the earth for all I know. Because it was daylight wherever it was. Where we were was, midnight-ish, 1 o'clock in the morning or so. So definitely dark. But there were, when you look into it, there was no mistaking that it was a portal. Now, there was another person there that saw it, and she didn't see the portal. She remained to the side, so you couldn't see the portal. And I didn't really tell her I was walking around. And frankly, when I saw it, I didn't speak. I was virtually speechless when I saw it. And she's going to be at Richmond. It was Kathy.
Really? Kathy saw it.
Kathy saw it.
Wow.
So,
okay.
She saw the light emanating from it, the yellowishy goldy light or whatever, kind of like our sun,
Yeah.
So she saw it as well. But she didn't maneuver over into my position so that you could actually see, the source, the portal itself. I think she remained where she was looking at it from the side, So when you're looking at it from the side, you didn't see anything. All you saw was the light. So,
wow.
But
Awesome.
yeah, Kathy saw it. Kathy at the museum. So if anybody is going to the conference, the Crossing Realms conference, you'll be able to talk to Kathy, who also saw the same thing that I did.
Interesting. I will. Who am I kidding? I'm not going to remember that. That would be awesome. Yes.
Hey, and I may do a little piece on that when I talk, and I might actually bring Kathy up to explain a little bit about what was going on that night.
Cool. Very interesting. So a little sneak peek of what Greg's going to be talking about in Richmond on September 19th and 20th. Make sure you get your tickets now at Eventbrite before they run out. I know we're selling quite a bit. Freaky, no, we're not going to do Post-it notes on my head. I do probably need them though. Anyway, actually, I want to share this comment. Dario just posted it on here. It's the funniest podcast I've ever seen.
Just hang around, Dario.
Yeah. Dario, and if you could make it to Richmond, Missouri from Italy, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
And if you thought this was funny, wait till you just spend a week with us.
Yeah.
So,
with Post-it notes.
No. And pink bandanas.
And bandanas.
Yes.
Post-its and bandanas.
It's not for the faint of heart, though.
No.
Or for the ones that have full bladders.
That's right. Yeah.
Anyway,
or if you have a tiny bladder, if it's a tiny bladder,
Yeah.
you might not want to. You might want to, put on some Depends or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, wear some Depends.
Mm-hmm.
Wear some adult diapers, or better yet, those astronaut diapers.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because those will hold a ton.
Yeah, like that lady that drove all the way to Florida.
Yes, nonstop. Just she didn't stop to pee or nothing.
She just
went in a bridge.
Boom. Held it all in that one diaper.
I don't know what we talked about today. I mean, that's pretty much it. If you're tuning in now, you missed a lot. Seriously, if you want to learn a lot, listen to Greg. If you want to laugh a lot, listen to Greg. Dude, thank you so much for coming on here. I know I can speak for me. I think Natalie too. We both needed a huge laugh today, and I mean it was great having you on as always. You know what? You and Jim Powell have a little competition that I don't know if you know about who's been on this show the most, and I think you might have the edge now.
Yay!
So.
I'm going to have to break Jim's leg or something so he can't come on anymore.
I think Amy Creel said it best.
What? Keep in mind.
They're using restraint during the lives.
Yep.
Oh, yes, Amy.
100%.
Yes. I would say that's true.
Yeah.
Especially that one.
See, when on my screen, when you're doing that, you're pointing at me.
I know.
Yeah, I'm scared.
I meant to do that.
Oh.
To you.
You meant to point to me? I'm lost.
No, I really meant to do this.
There we go. Standing Stone. I couldn't get it on here. So if you go to Greg's Facebook page or his YouTube page or his Patreon page, you can see it there. Trust me, I could put it on here with no sound, but the sound really makes it all jump and really makes it fantastic. So, but anyway, Greg, thank you again so much for being here tonight. It was a blast as always.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. And if you would please go to relicfilmsmedia.com. You can see both the Downy Booger and the Land Between the Lakes. And if you can, please be a Patreon. It really does help us go for a lot longer to be able to make more and better films. And this stuff is really, really expensive. Donations aren't required, but it really does help us out. You could also see the Downy Booger on Tubi TV, and you can buy a copy of it on Walmart.com. And if you want a copy of the DVD, please just get in contact with me directly, and I can send you a copy of the DVD. They are $17 plus $5 shipping and handling.
And you need to get both of them. I mean, the second one, Cryptic Expeditions, was absolutely fantastic, and can't wait to see the next ones. And
I just posted the link to the Facebook right there that will take you directly to the teaser.
Awesome. So there you go. Standing Stone, jump on that link right there in chat, and you can see the teaser. So we got like 15 seconds to get out of here. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Quick thank you to Tex for his memberships, to Kelly for the $10, and to Mickey G for the $5.
Thank you.
Can't wait to talk to you, Mickey. Everybody have a great night. We will see you later. Out on time. Look at that.
Yeah.
This is the future. Evolution. This is the future.